Hi everyone, it's Peggy. I just wanted to record this video to provide everybody at the same time some updates. I was going to try and do a quarterly webinar, but I realized that with all the various time zones, and I wanted to respect your time, that this might be an easier way to communicate some of the things that I want to make sure everybody in our team knows. So this is your June 2018 quarterly updates from Peggy Fisher. I'm going to start with the idea of renaming our welcome videos. At this point, anytime you submit a TOC, you want to have a welcome video, but you want to give it a more meaningful title. So we're still going to do welcome videos, we just want to change the titling of them. So why and what does that mean? This is out of Project Haya. Again, we're constantly trying to research and revise the way we do our videos to make them, and our courses, to make them the best for our members. So Project Haya is dedicated to looking at this. We want to make sure that first movie engages, motivates, and invites potential viewers to watch the entire course. You want to focus on your title and the movie on why. Why should they watch the course? How will the course impact their lives? The name of the video should help identify key benefits of the course. Let's take a look at some new welcome video examples. Here on the left, I have some course titles. For example, Excel Essential Training. The movie title used to just say welcome, but how about if we change that to Learn to Analyze and Organize Data in Excel? A Code Clinic title might be Practice Your Java Programming Skills one tutorial at a time. C# design patterns could be Why design patterns make more efficient and error-free code. And finally, a learning course like Learning FileMaker might have a new movie title called Create Powerful Database Solutions in FileMaker. So these are some examples of how we want to start renaming our welcome video. I will warn you that if you forget, which is fine, we will get a bug report back from the production team saying that we need to name this something other than welcome. Okay. Next, I want to talk about keys to success for the welcome video. You want to think about this is for the title. You want to think about how would this look in search results on YouTube. Add in the software title if possible to boost the SEO, the search engine optimization. Summarize the key takeaways from the course and use call to action verbs such as build, compare, create, develop, explore, implement, learn, etc. Next, I want to talk about some tips for recording these engaging videos. First, again, a lot of you have heard me say this, but we've done some extensive work in researching the length of each video within a course. And the ideal is under 5 minutes. And I know in the industry that we're in, because we all are working on technical videos, sometimes that's very difficult. But really try and see if you can't get your videos to be between 5 and 7 minutes. Now that's the finished video, so when you're recording, it's going to be longer because you're probably going to have errors where maybe we have ums and ers, or maybe there's a rephrase. So that's okay, but think about the total length of the video. So one of the things that I used to struggle with was when I'm teaching a coding concept. A lot of times it takes a long time to type and code at the same time. So limit what you're typing. Have a skeleton there and only type in the important parts that you want the user to learn from that particular video. Get to the point quickly. Inside this PowerPoint, and I'm going to share this with you, are links to movies that were done by another instructor, a full-time staff instructor, and he has tips on each one of these. So you see the link there. I'm not going to go ahead and watch that now. I'm going to let you guys watch that at your leisure. But make sure that your movie gets to the point quickly. Be enthusiastic and also be authentic. So make sure you're using good intonation when you're creating your videos. Be conversational. This is always was a hard one for me, but I found that I really got a lot of good feedback from members if when I was talking, if I actually asked a question. And obviously nobody was going to answer, at least I hope not. But it gave them the opportunity to kind of think about what would be their response. So this is something that I think is acquired after doing a few videos and doing a few courses. But just remember, try to be conversational and picture your audience when you're working on your videos and you're going through and talking to basically the camera. Pretend you're talking to the producer and ask the producer a question. Communicate up front the level of content. So make sure that the members know before they start to watch the course, is this a beginner course? Do we require them to have some prerequisite knowledge? And finally, use examples. Sorry, this isn't the last one. I apologize. And use examples for stories. Try and think of some real-life examples, if you can, that your members can relate to. And now, finally, wrap it up quickly. And again, I want to remind you that each one of these has a link to a short movie, again, under 5 minutes, that will help talk about some of these tips. And they're available, obviously, for your review. Excuse me. Now for some general reminders. Remember, we don't want to include videos anymore on how to download the exercise files unless there's something really tricky that they need to know. So that will come back as a bug on the bug report, so don't include any exercise file videos. Keep your course length between 2 to 3 hours max. If it's going longer than that, chances are you're really going to see a drop in your viewership. So we really want to keep it to that 2 to 3 hour mark. And if it's going to be longer, talk to your content manager about splitting a course up into 2. We have no problem doing that. So make sure you keep that in mind as well. Those of you that have been working with us for a while know we didn't always have assessments for all of our courses, but now we're going to have assessments for just about all of the courses, especially what we call tools courses, which is our screen capture, where we're teaching the member how to program or about a certain technology topic. So make sure that you're including your assessments, and you can work on these with your producer, but make sure you're including the assessments before the final record complete date. And the assessment tool is actually part of that table of contents template that you should all have. If anybody needs that, let me know. Also, in the course brief proposal, some of you might have old versions of my course brief proposal, but I'd like you to include any thumbnail suggestions. Our graphics team can work with, any ideas that we have. So make sure when you're recording a course, if you have an idea for something that might be fun to include in the thumbnail, something that makes it inviting for the members, make sure you include that. And also, it's important that we try to estimate our graphics requirements. I try to do the best job I can based on the course as I know it, but if anybody has any recommendations, or if you know that you want to have a motion graphic, an animation, for example, make sure you let me know as soon as possible when you're scoping out the course. That really helps us in estimating what kind of graphic support we're going to need in the back end. All right, the last thing that I wanted to mention is if you have any proposals for courses for 2019, we're really starting to work on our roadmap for the whole year. Make sure you get me your ideas. I would really appreciate that. And as I said at the beginning, if you have any questions about any of these topics that I just went over, make sure you email me. I don't mind if we get on a Blue Jeans call, a Skype call, whatever you want to do. But I just wanted to get this information out to you guys, and I figured it'd be really hard to try and find a good common time for everybody. All right, well, we're heading into the July 4th week here in the United States, so our office will be closed next week. The office actually closes down the entire week of July 4th. So we will be back online again on Monday the 10th, and I look forward to talking to everybody. All right, I hope you're having a great summer, and thanks for your time.